It's time for the 420 Radio News, covering the latest headlines in consumer cannabis, medical marijuana, and industrial hemp. Transcripts of 420 Radio News are available daily on our website at 420radio.org. Now, here's Russ Belville with your marijuana headlines in 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
This is your 420 Radio News for Thursday, January 29th, 2015. Loretta Lynch, the nominee for Attorney General, said Wednesday during her confirmation hearing that she does not support the legalization of marijuana and that she disagrees with President Barack Obama's remarks about the drug being no more dangerous than alcohol. In a 2014 New Yorker profile of Obama, the president discussed his marijuana use as a young person. In that article, Obama called pot, quote, a bad habit and a vice, end quote, and said he views it as more or less similar to the cigarettes he also used to smoke, adding, quote, I don't think it is more dangerous than alcohol, end quote, according to Obama. When Sessions, the senator from Alabama, asked Lynch if she agreed with Obama's remarks about his marijuana use, she appeared to take a harder line than the president, saying, quote, I certainly don't hold that view, and I don't agree with the view of marijuana as a substance, end quote, Lynch said, logically implying she believes marijuana is more dangerous than alcohol. A bill has been introduced in the New Hampshire House of Representatives that would remove criminal penalties for possession of small amounts of marijuana. The House passed a nearly identical bill last year by a vote of 215 to 92, but the Senate refused to consider it. House Bill 618, sponsored by Representative Adam Schroeder of Newmarket and a bipartisan group of 7 co-sponsors, would make possession of up to 1 ounce of marijuana punishable by a civil fine of up to $100. It would also make cultivation of up to 6 marijuana plants a Class A misdemeanor instead of a felony. Currently, possession of any amount of marijuana is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in prison and a fine of $2,000. New Hampshire is the only state in New England that treats simple marijuana possession as a criminal offense with the potential for jail time. U.S. Representative Earl Blumenauer is demanding to know who in the federal government intimidated an Oregon bank that had promised to work with legal marijuana businesses. Oregon's MMBank made headlines last week when it announced it would be taking marijuana-related business in Colorado, where legal marijuana retailers struggle to find banking services. But this week, MMBank announced it was pulling out of Colorado. Industry insiders revealed to the Denver Post that the reversal was due to intimidation by federal banking officials who told MMBank executives that interstate banking for marijuana businesses was too risky, due to marijuana remaining illegal under federal law. Blumenauer wrote a letter to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or FDIC, Chairman Martin Gruenberg, asking for clarification on what guidance the FDIC provides to banks who offer financial services to marijuana-related businesses, and what role, if any, the FDIC played in MMBank's decision to abruptly suspend operations in Colorado. A bill to decriminalize possession of small amounts of marijuana for adults died in the Virginia Senate Court of Justice Committee. 5 Democrats voted for the bill and 9 Republicans voted to kill it. The measure would have changed possession of small amounts of marijuana from a criminal misdemeanor to a civil infraction punishable by a $100 fine, and strike a requirement in the law that those who possess marijuana lose their driver's licenses for 6 months. A poll this month reported that 7 in 10 Virginia voters surveyed supported decriminalizing small amounts of marijuana. Kevin Carroll, president of the Fraternal Order of Police of Virginia, and other opponents, said marijuana legalization isn't working in Colorado, saying, quote, kids in Colorado right now have the highest incidence of use of marijuana right now than any other state, he said, which is factually untrue and grammatically incorrect. The Denver airport has banned pot-themed souvenirs, fearing the kitsch could taint the state's image, but Spirit Airlines continues to push ads touting the state's marijuana industry for tourism. Marijuana possession and any pot-related advertising were already forbidden. Airport executives extended the ban this month after a retailer sought a freestanding kiosk to sell marijuana leaf boxer shorts and similar items that played off Colorado's place as the first state to allow recreational marijuana sales. Airport officials feared the souvenirs would send the wrong message, quote, we don't want marijuana to be the first thing our visitors experience when they arrive, end quote, airport spokesman Heath Montgomery said. The spurned retailer is mulling a lawsuit, noting that the souvenirs are legal and that the airport already has a large exhibit celebrating craft brewers, whose product, like marijuana, is legal only for people 21 and older. This has been your 420 Radio News for Thursday, January 29th, 2015. I'm Russ Belville.